The 100 Years' War, 1337–1453, wasn't one continuous battle. It was a long, brutal series of campaigns, truces, betrayals, and comebacks that reshaped Western Europe. At the center was a dynastic dispute dressed up as destiny. England's King Edward III claimed the French throne through his mother, Isabella of France, after the direct Capetian line ended. French elites rejected the claim and backed Philip VI. And what could have stayed a legal argument became a century-spanning conflict over legitimacy, territory, and money, especially in the rich lands of Aquitaine, Gascony. Early on, England looked unstoppable. English armies were often outnumbered, but ruthlessly effective, combining dismounted men-at-arms with masses of longbowmen. At Crécy, 1346, and Poitiers, 1356, French charges shattered against disciplined defensive tactics. Poitiers was a humiliation. The French king, John II, was captured. The war also fed on disaster. The Black Death tore through both kingdoms. And yet, the fighting returned again and again, financed by heavier taxation and driven by raids that deliberately targeted civilians. Then the tide shifted. Under Charles V of France and commanders like Bertrand du Guesclin, the French avoided catastrophic pitched battles and slowly clawed back territory through sieges, attrition, and strategy. By the late 1300s, England's early gains were eroding. A second English surge came with Henry VIII. His victory at Agincourt, 1415, became legend, and the Treaty of Troyes, 1420, tried to rewrite France's future by recognizing Henry as heir to the French crown. For a moment, it looked like France might be partitioned or absorbed. That's when a seemingly impossible figure stepped onto the stage. Joan of Arc. In 1429, she helped break the siege of Orléans and pushed Charles VII toward coronation at Reims, turning a political claimant into a sacred king in the eyes of many French subjects. Joan was captured in 1430 and executed in 1431, but the psychological spell she cast didn't die with her. By the 1440s, France was fielding more organized forces and deploying increasingly effective artillery. The war's final act was less chivalric and more modern. Forts, cannon, logistics, and relentless pressure. In 1453, after Castillon, England lost its last major foothold in southwestern France. What remained was Calais, until it too fell later. The war ended with a hard realization. England and France were no longer just feudal mosaics. They were becoming nations.